Alright guys, so we are on our way to Sagam Datublas Miswak, and at this point in time, let us see and savor the beauty of this place. Let's discover Sagam. Alright guys, so we are now on our way to Sadam. Kasi nga, we will be having our island hopping, and we're gonna see yung place na na-feature sa KMJS, yung taong di nabulong, or yung si Cristowan. So we are now in Tran River. This is Tran Libak. So see you around, and you're gonna see what will happen next in this spot. So keep watching. Bye.
Super Mama stays 24 hours super fresh. So choose Lactazit over Block. Just one drop for 24-hour freshness.
So ayan guys, after almost 1 hour and 30 minutes, finally we're here at Sinopak, Barangay Sinopak. So as you can see on my previous video, we actually cross, I guess, ilang barangay yun? Five or four. So later on, sakay na kami ng pump boat and we'll be, pupunta na kami sa aming destination, sa dam. And as what I have mentioned earlier guys, ang place
Okay, reporter, kindly click the link. We'll start now. Good afternoon, students. Please click the link on the comment box, on the comment section for you to be added on the screen. We will start. It's already 1:13 in the afternoon. We will end at 2. Therefore, yung mga reporters, click the link. May link dyan sa comment box natin. Pakipindot. Reporters from 1D. Kung sino gustong mag-report, mapasok lang. Anybody from 1D yung ready, please will not wait for the others who are not ready. We will proceed to those who are ready because we will make use of our extra time. Medyo malapit ng final exam natin. Therefore, you have to take time. Anyone from 1D or anybody from 1D who is ready for the report, click the link on the comment section. You're not really obliged to use PowerPoint. You can just discuss your topic and just simply send your output or your PowerPoint in our GC afterwards. Kasi pag wala may sa 1D, we'll proceed to 1E. Mahirapan na kayo maghabol sa time natin. Anybody na ready sa report? Your topic was given 2 months ago, so I'm sure lahat ready. That's why, yun yung rason kung bakit binigay ko ng early yung report nyo para you can prepare earlier. So we can do it randomly. Mag-random na lang tayo. I mean, who is ready, then he or she will be the one to discuss. We will not follow the order kasi pag sundin natin yon matatagalan tayo, and considering na malapit na matapos ang semester natin, mahirap na maghabol. As what I have said, ang Galio, wala nang time to. If you are ready, then click the link. That's it. We will not wait for the others who are not yet ready. Kung sinong ready kayo ng Galio, you can report and don't wait for your time. Diba? Please listen. Sinabi ko na kanina pa. Ano mago? Hmm. Rangalio, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Mabatian ako, sir.
Oh, yes.
Ay, sige, wait lang, sir. Ipakita ko na. Ay, sige, ako na. So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. So, yung topic namin is about 1935 Constitution and 1973 Constitution, or the Commonwealth Constitution in Authoritarianism Constitution. So, yung na-assign na topic sa akin o yung part na i-report ko is yung 1935 Constitution. So, before we focus on 1935 Constitution, so we will know first what is Constitution. So, ano nga ba yung Constitution na tinatawag? Wait lang, sir. Okay. So, Constitution. So, based sa different sources na kinuha namin, first is the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The Constitution is the basic principles and laws of a nation, state, or social group that determine the powers and duties of the government and guarantee certain rights to the people in it. So, yung Constitution is the fundamental and organic law of a nation. So kung walang constitution, hindi maging mapayapa ang isang bansa. Imagine kung wala tayong batas, hindi ma-organize yung ating nation. So, hinighlight ni Thomas Paine na government without a constitution is a power without right. So, yun siya. Next. So, move on to the 1935 Constitution. So, pag sinabi natin 1935 Constitution or the Commonwealth Government Constitution, always remember the three features. First is the establish the Commonwealth Government. So, ano nga ba yung Commonwealth Government? So, yung Commonwealth Government, dito yung panahon is panahong unti-unti nang inilipat ng Amerikano ang pamamahala sa Pilipinas sa mga Pilipino. So, mamaya, i-further discuss pa natin yung Commonwealth Government. Next is the letter B, provided a democratic and republican government. So, ano ba yung democratic and republican form of government? So, tandaan lang natin is, yung mga tao ay may rights na mamili kung sino yung mamumuno sa bansa through voting. And letter C is the inclusion of the Bill of Rights. So dito nakapaloob na yung mga karapatan ng bawat isa or bawat Pilipino. Next. So, paano nga ba naaprubahan or ang history ng 1935 Constitution? So in the year 1907, the Philippine Assembly was established and Philippinization policy of the government was put in place where Filipinos were given a hand in running the country. So dito sa taong ito, binigyan na ng mga Amerikano ang Pilipino ng rights na mamahala sa ating sariling bansa. Tapos yung Philippinization naman, pag sinabi natin Philippinization policy, ito na yun pa rin, binigyan pa rin ng mga Filipinos, bigyan sila ng rights para given a hand in running the country upang i-govern yung sariling country natin. So, in the year 1916, the Jones Law, also known as the Philippine Autonomy Act, passed by the US Congress. So, pag sinabi ba natin Jones Law, ano ba ito siya? So, yung Jones Law, where is my copy? So yung Jones Act of 1916, it started in the preamble that the Philippines would be granted independence as soon as a stable government could be established therein. So dito nakapaloob sa Jones Law na nakastate dito na as soon as stable government could be established therein. Kung mayroon ng mapakitang stable na government or mapakitang government na stable, so mag-guarantee na yung independence na dapat ilaan sa Philippines. So Jones Law reorganized the government with an American Governor General, a cabinet, and an all-Filipino legislature composed of the Senate and House of Representatives. So sa October 1916, the new Philippine legislature was inaugurated with Sergio Osmeña as House Speaker and Manuel Quezon as Senate President. So si Manuel Quezon na yung naging Senate President noong taong 1916. Next is Commonwealth Government. Commonwealth Government is also known as Transitional Period. So pag sinabi natin Transitional Period, ito yung transition sa which kung dati is under tayo ng US and then ililipat na yung pag-govern ng ating sariling bansa sa ating mga Pilipino. So may rights na tayong mamuno sa ating sariling bansa. Next is in March 24, 1934, the approval of Tidings-McDuffie Law or the Philippine Independence Act by the US Congress. So naaprubahan na yung Tidings-McDuffie. So dito sa Tidings-McDuffie, dito nakapaloob yung bisa ng pamamahala sa bansa. So dito na yung pagiging mabisa na ang pamamahala ng bansa na kung saan unti-unting inilipat ng mga Amerikano sa mga Pilipino. So naging mabisa na yung rights ng mga Pilipino na mamuno sa sarili nating bansa. Dito nakapaloob sa Tidings-McDuffie Law. The Constitution created the Commonwealth of the Philippines that governed our country from 1935 to 1946. So ito yung year kung saan nag-govern yung ating bansa. 1935 to 1946 is under sa Commonwealth Government. Commonwealth Government is a transitional administration to prepare the country toward its full achievement of independence. So yung goal lang nito is yung fully independence ng country natin, which is Philippines. It originally provided for a unicameral National Assembly with a president and a vice president elected to a 6-year term without re-election. So originally, yung president is elected to a 6 years term without re-election. So hindi na siya ma-elect uli, pero six-year term siya. Unlike today, ay, la- like today, katulad ngayon. And the term of the president and vice president was limited to 4 years with one re-election. So dati is limited lang yung term, 4 years lang, pero pwede siyang i-re-elect ulit. So noong March 23, 1935, the 1935 Constitution was approved by US President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. So itong date na tong March 23, 1935 is naaprubahan na yung 1935 Constitution by the US President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And the 1935 Constitution was led by Manuel L. Quezon, who is known as the father of the national language. He enumerated the composition, powers, and duties of the three branches of the government, the legislative, executive, and judicial. So, i-discuss ito further ng other members mamaya. And last slide is the preamble. So, nakapaloob dito yung preamble na the Filipino people imploring the aid of divine providence in order to establish government that shall embody their ideas. So, yung thought ng kabuuang general thought nito is same lang pa rin sa preamble natin ngayon, pero iba-iba lang yung composition ng words and phrases, pero same thought pa rin. That's all, sir.
Alright, so that's all. So your topics about the Commonwealth Constitution, no? And you're
Opo,
right,
sir.
because as what you have emphasized, no, this Commonwealth, which was considered as a transition government, yes, it's true, no, before the granting of the Philippine independence with American-inspired Constitution. Kumbaga, naging malaki yung papel na ginagampanan ng Commonwealth Constitution in attaining freedom or independence, no, towards Philippine government. So that's it. So aside from that, Miss Dangalio, what do you think is the another, or can you mention some goals of this constitution? Ano pa yung naging milestone ng constitution na maliban sa giving the independence towards Filipino? Ano pa yung naging contribution nito in the life of Filipino before, prior to the total independence? Because it's transition kasi ito, no?
Yes, sir. So, para sa akin, sir, is dahil fully independence yung gustong makuha ng yung constitution na ito is yung under na lang ng full independence. So, nagkaroon ng rights yung mga Filipino na mamili ng kanilang gustong mamuno sa isang bansa. Parang ganun, sir.
Yeah.
Mayroon na silang rights.
Yes, that's true, no? Aside from the total independency, no? Filipino were also granted where their rights, no? Kasi nga it's part of it. Kasi it's transition prior sa paging-independence. So before that, so binigyan mo na ng nag-grant ng mga freedom, liberty ang mga Filipino. Like what we have said, sinong gusto nila ma-elect or whatsoever, their right to exercise their right. So that's under Commonwealth Constitution. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Ana Jean Dangalio. Let's give her a virtual applause. And please, ikaw na rin i-assign ko, Miss Dangalio, to check the attendance of those who are here, ha? And send it to me
Yes,
afterwards.
sir.
I-send mo sa ating group
Okay
chat.
po.
Ha? Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So please tell
Opo,
other
sir.
reporters, yes, kindly tell other reporters to click the link so they'll be added on the screen para makadiscuss din sila. Ha? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So Jenny, will you report, Jenny? You may leave na, okay. Jenny, will you report the topic, Jenny?
The 1935 is Constitution, the three branches of the Philippines.
Are you the colleague of Dangalio in your group? I mean, are you from in the same group?
Yes.
Isang grupo lang kayo. Oh, sige. Okay.
Opo,
You
sir.
will start.
There are three branches of the Philippines government in 1935 Constitution. The three branches is executive, executive branches, legislative branches, and the judicial branches. The executive branches carries out and enforce law. They include president, vice president, the cabinet, executive departments, independent agencies, and other board, commission, and committees. The key roles of executive branches include the president. The president leads the country. He or she is the head of state, leader of national government, and commander of chief of all armed forces of the Philippines. The president serve as 6 years of term and cannot be re-elected. The vice president support the president. If the president is unable to serve, the vice president becomes president. He or she the same from president can serve as 6 years. And then yung vice president, pag wala yung president na hindi siya maaring for example absent siya, pwede siya maging presidente na maganapin niya yung gawain ng president. And then the legislative department or the legislative branch it confirms or rejects presidential appointment and has the authority to declare war. These branches include Congress, the Senate and House Representative, and several agency and proceed support service to Congress. And then, the Senate shall be composed of 24 senators who will be elected at large by the qualified voters of the Philippines as may be provided by law. The House of Representatives shall be composed of not more than 250 members. The judicial branch of law acted in one Supreme Court and one such law as may be established by law. It includes the duty of the courts of justice to settle upon competences involving rights for which legally demandable and enforceable. To determine whether or not there has been state amounting the lack of this on the part of branch. National language. In 1935 national language, there are only two language, the English and Spanish. Yun lang po, sir.
Alright, so what's your topic? It's about 1935 pa rin, no? It's still part of the it's still under the Commonwealth ba yan? Then you have mentioned the three branches.
Yes, sir.
Now my question to you is, para sa'yo, ano kayang kaibahan ng three branches? Because the topic was taken or makinig ka muna. That scenario was taken during the Spanish, no? Then yung pagpasok pa ng mga American. Now, yung tanong ko sa iyo, Miss Daygabi, do you think pareho lang ba yung ginagampan ng papel ng tatlong branches na yun mula noon hanggang ngayon or may pagbabago ba? What do you think?
Pareha lang man, sir. Like sa executive.
Walang nadagdag?
Wala, sir.
Walang amendment?
Wala.
Kahit mag-chat ka, walang magbago?
Wala, sir. Kay, di ba, same subong like the president sa executive. Only yung presidente yung nagli-lead sa ating country hanggang ngayon mula noon.
Okay.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, 'di ba the same lang sa executive yung role nila, sir?
Okay, yes, maybe. It's just the same. Pero may mga special provision lang na dagdag, no? May mga special provision lang. But their primary role as a president, as a part of executive, yes, you're right. They're just the same. Pero may mga special provision lang na dagdag, additional power. But basically,
Unlike sa
yun pa rin ang kanilang primary role, the primary role that they play.
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Day Gabi.
Yes, sir.
Who's the next supporters? No, nag-supporter si Kaisado. Day Gabi. Okay, si Christian. Hello,
Hello, sir.
Hello, Christian.
Mag-start na po ako, sir?
Oh, yes, yes. You may start.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. My report is about in 1899 Malolos Constitution. The only constitution ever framed by Filipino is what is known as the Malolos Constitution, taking its name government. This constitution, to be understood, should be viewed in relation to its background, centuries of Spanish rule over the Philippines, insurrection first against the authority of Spain and her bad government, and later against the assumption of sovereignty by the United States and the gradually increasing sense of nationality which nourished in the blood of martyrdom grew into a common and an ardent desire for independence. Although the revolt of 1872 against Spain failed almost at once, it was revived on a larger scale in 1896 and was only temporarily checked by the fact of biak na bato between the Spanish authorities and General Emilio Aguinaldo, the commander-in-chief of the Filipino forces, are recrudescences of the outbreak with various causes, the principal of which was brought to a conclusion by the dispersal of the Filipino forces and the capture of General Aguinaldo, followed by the amnesty proclamation of the President of the United States, July 4, 1902. Granting full and complete pardon to all persons for political offenses committed in the island. Yun lang po, sir.
So your topic is Malolos Constitution. Now, my question to you, Christian Kaisado. Ano yung
sir.
pinakamalaking naiambag ng Malolos Constitution towards the life of Filipino? Diba kasi kapag Commonwealth naman, it's about independence, na pagiging malaya ng mga Pilipino. How about Malolos?
Ang malaking naiambag,
Okay, continue. Sige.
ang malaking naiambag ng Malolos Constitution, sir, is the Philippines insurrection first against the authority of Spain and her bad government.
In short?
In short, sir, first against the authority of Spain and her bad government, sir.
Insurrection means, kumbaga muling nabuhay, no? I mean, nagkaroon ulit ng mga kalayaan. I mean, the authority against the authority of the Spaniard. Kasi nga, di ba, we've been colonized, we've been exploited, but through Malolos Constitution, kumbaga, na-strengthen, no, yung authority ng mga Pilipino to rule, to exercise their right. But it's not about total independence kasi lately na tayo nagkaroon ng independence, no? Yung total independence talaga. What else, Christian? Ano po mga mahalagang papel na ginagampanan ng Malolos Constitution? Or ano yung naging papel? How does it help? Paano nakatulong yung Malolos Constitution? just like
am
Commonwealth.
nur nourished in the blood of martyrdom, sir.
Hmm?
Nourished in the blood of martyrdom.
What else? Kasi ang Malolos
Yun lang po.
Constitution, you also call it as the Republic Constitution, or yes, the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, or we call it the Malolos Convention, right? Is that true?
Apa.
Hmm. Yung Malolos Constitution ang first na Philippine Republic. The first constitution of the Philippine Republic. Bago pa nagkaroon ng 1987 Constitution, it came from this Malolos Constitution. Kumbaga, ito yung cornerstone ng batas ng Pilipinas. Lahat ng kalayaan ng Pilipino. Kumbaga, ito yung naging foundation ng 1987 Constitution. Dito nagsimula lahat sa Malolos Constitution. Since it is the first constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. Okay, thank you, Kaysado. Thank you.
Welcome po, sir.
Hmm. Okay, so let's give Kaysado a virtual applause. Let's give him virtual applause. Now we will proceed to the next reporter. What time is it na ba? We still have 15 minutes. Pwede pa to isang reporter. Okay, one reporter pa. We'll still accommodate one reporter. Kaysado. Take note, dala akong class record. I'm listing down your names, especially the reporters. Next reporter, anybody from 1D? We still have 15 minutes. We still have 15 minutes for the section D. Some more reporters from 1D. Nako. Pag mabutan kayo ng time nito, you will really find ways to reach me out. Okay, Loveline Corpus, it's your time to shine.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
So first, I just want to introduce myself. I am Lovelyn Corpus from Group 4. So here in the Philippines, we have 6 constitution and we will talk about one of its constitution, the 1973 Philippine Authoritarianism Constitution. So first, what is the importance of constitution in our country? First, maintain law and order. So imagine our country without a constitution. So maaring walang takot mag-commit ng krimen ng mga tao, sir, dahil sa wala tayong sinusunod na batas at walang nagli-lead sa atin. Second, impose rules and regulation. So ang constitution ang nagbibigay ng guide sa ating government officials sa pagpamamahala ng ating bansa. So nakasaad dito ang mga dapat at hindi dapat nilang gawin. Third, protects individuals' freedom and rights. So we should be thankful in our constitution dahil binigyan tayo ng kalayaan at karapatang pantao. Fourth, limits the power of government. So without a constitution, the officials will take advantage, sir. So maari nilang gawin ang kanilang gusto dahil sa wala tayong sinusunod. How did 1973 Constitution started? President Ferdinand E. Marcos envisions the new constitution to meet the myriad of challenges faced the Philippines since its independence in 1946. So umiral itong 1973 Constitution ng presidente ay si Ferdinand Marcos. So kasi before, sir, is noong year 1942 hanggang 1945 is nagkaroon ng war between Japan and Philippines. So sinakop ng mga Hapon ang ating bansa. At naging independent lang ito noong year 1946. So after the war, 1946 to 1973, we are still using the 1935 Constitution. So naisip ni President Marcos na dapat na magkaroon na tayo ng sariling nating constitution na free from foreign interference o malaya sa panghimasok ng kagustuhan. Through Proclamation number 1081 on September 21, 1972, President Ferdinand Marcos placed the entire country under martial law. So, no Proclamation number 1881 ay ilagay ni President Marcos ang ating bansa sa batas militar o martial law. Through a convention, the proposed 1973 Constitution was approved on November 9, 1972. So yung proposed na Constitution, which is yung 1973 Constitution, is na approved noong 1972 November 9. On January 17, 1973, President Marcos issued proclamation announcing that the proposed constitution had been ratified. So noong January 17, 1973, nag-announce si Marcos na napagtibay na yung proposed na constitution, which is yung 1973. So palenting tuluyan na ito naging constitution ng bansa. Organs of the government. First, legislative power and judicial power. For the legislative power, we have Prime Minister, the executive power, and commander-in-chief of armed forces. President, elected as the symbolic and ceremonial head, state will serve 6 years and could be re-elected on a limited number of terms. So, ang kapangyarihan ng legislatura is napunta sa National Assembly na kung saan sir ay silang naghahanap ng Prime Minister para maging pangulo ng gobyerno at maging commander-in-chief ng armed forces. So mula naman sa National Assembly ay pipili sila ng isang magiging presidente na kung saan siya ang magiging pangulo ng ating estado. So kung sino man ang pipili ng National Assembly ay magsisilbi ng 6 years at maaaring ma-re-elect. The judicial power should be vested in one Supreme Court and in such inferior courts as may be established by law. The Supreme Court shall be composed of a Chief Justice and 14 Associate Justices. Ang judicial power naman, sir, is sa Supreme Court. Ay binubuo ito ng isang Chief Justice. Hello, sir.
Are you done, Miss Corpus? Or not yet?
Yes,
Tapos ka na?
sir. Yes, po, sir.
So your topic is 1935. What's the title of your topic? Ano yung scope ng topic mo?
1973
Kasi
authoritarianism.
Medyo kwan kasi, medyo choppy, but then since you've done, and I just want to ask you, can you just give us a synthesis of your report? I mean, what's your report all about in maybe in one paragraph? So what is this report all about? I mean the scope of it, the scope of that. Ay, wala na siya. So pakisabi sa kanya, you have to ibigay yung kanyang kwan, the synthesis. So sino yung nag-report kayo na? Sino yun? Corpus. Oh, yan si Corpus. Corpus, are you still there? Corpus?
Sir?
Ano yung pinaka-significant na part ng report mo under in 1935 Constitution? Ano yung mga pinaka-nangyari, pinaka-ultimate talaga na contribution nito in Philippine history? Yung pinaka-meat, yun. The term is there is pinaka-meat ng yung report. Kasi medyo choppy kayo na. I don't know if others understood your discussion. So can you just give us what's your report all about? Yung pinaka-plot ng yung report. Pinaka-meat, pinaka-gist ng report mo. Can you give us the synthesis of it? Kasi medyo choppy ka kanina, hindi ka namin maintindihan. I don't think sa iba pag narinig ka na. But in my case, yung boses mo hindi talaga klaro.
So, sir,
Okay.
itong 1973 Constitution, sir, ay ginawa ng ating Presidenteng Marcos dahil para mag-free tayo sa foreign interference, sir, or malaya sa panghimasok ng dayuhan, sir. Malaya sa pangingialam.
Okay, so that's it. We'll have our own state, no? So something like it's being pa rin, no? Democratic pa rin ang ating bansa. No, it has something to do with being democratic pa rin ang ating bansa, or it's still about independence, no? What else? What else, Corpus? Ano pa yung mga most significant na contribution or provision, yes, under 1973 Constitution? Meron pa ba?
Yun lang, sir.
Okay. Please give us a copy of your report kasi medyo, I don't think kung sa iba, medyo hindi klaro sa akin yung report mo. I mean, when you deliver, I guess you have problem with your internet connection. Pakisend na lang mamaya sa group chat ng one day yung slide or your copy of your report. Okay, thank you, Corpus.
Yes, po. Thank you, sir.
Okay. What time is it? So siguro other reporters na lang will have the report next meeting. Wala na tayong time. So please prepare early para maraming makareport. Like kanina, sobrang tagal We wasted almost 20 minutes. When you think you are ready and you want to report, just prepare next meeting. Our next meeting will be on Monday. Simple as that. As what I've said, we will not wait for those who are not ready. We will entertain those who are ready to report. And again, I will not require you to use your PowerPoint. You can just discuss it comprehensively, clearly, and direct to the point. What is the main point? What is the gist? What is the meat of your discussion? Don't make it too long, okay? Too long. And please provide us a copy after your report. Just simply send the PowerPoint in our group chat. Now, thank you so much, BS Cream 1D. See you next meeting. Be prepared, the same schedule. We will continue our discussion on Monday. Okay, thank you. God bless. You may leave now. So 1E can enter the live. so who's ready? If you're ready to report, just click the link on the comment section. Okay? So who's ready? If you're ready to report, just click the link on the comment section. Baraka, Jera, naka-off yung camera mo. I mean, your microphone. Anybody from 1E, just click the link if you're ready for your report. We will not wait for those who are not ready. We will entertain those who are ready. Baraka, what's the problem? Naka-off ang mic mo. Okay, you're here. Dalawa kasi yung account mo, Baraka. Anyone? Click the link.
Okay. Hello, marinig po, sir? Ay, okay. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. My report is about evolution of the Philippine Constitution. So, the Constitution is defined as a set of... Hello?
Nagabisyo. Bisyo, yes, nagabisyo.
Wait lang. Hindi na yun ba yun? Ay, nagabisyo.
Oh, yes, okay na.
Okay. So again, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. My report is about evolution of the Philippine Constitution. The Constitution is defined as a set of fundamental principles or established precedents according to which a state or other organization is governed. Thus, the word itself means to be part of a whole, the coming together of distinct entities into one group with the same principles and ideals. These principles define the nature and extent of government.
My report
So, constitution means, it simply means that constitution is the basic principles and laws of a nation or state that determines the power and duties of the government and guarantees certain rights of the people in it. The Constitution of the Philippines, the supreme law of the Republic of the Philippines, has been in effect since 1987. There were only three other constitutions that have effectively governed the country, and that is the 1935 Commonwealth Constitution, the 1973 Constitution, and the 1986 Freedom Constitution. However, there were earlier constitutions attempted by Filipinos in the struggle to break free from the colonial yoke, and this is the Constitution of Biak na Bato. The Constitution of Biak na Bato was provisionary constitution of the Philippines Republic during the Philippine Revolution and was promulgated by the Philippine Revolutionary Government on 1 November 1897 rather. The Constitution borrowed from Cuba, and it was written by Isabelo Artacho and Felix Ferrer in Spanish, and later on translated into Tagalog. The 1987 Constitution of Biak na Bato was established by Emilio Aguinaldo in his headquarters in Biak na Bato in the province of Bulacan. And it is issued a proclamation stating the following demand. First, expulsion of the friars and the return of the friar lands to the Filipinos. Second, representation in the Spanish court. Third, freedom of the press and of religion. Fourth, abolition of the government's power to banish Filipinos. And the last, equality for all before the law. That's all po, sir.
So your topic, generally your topic about the evolution of constitution, right? And specifically your topic is under Biak na Bato, the Pact of Biak na Bato.
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Opo, sir.
Am I right, Gerald?
Opo, sir.
Can you hear me, Gerald? So anong part ng topic mo, Pact of Biak na Bato? Now my question is, why there is a need to evolution? Like from Malolos, Pact of Biak na Bato, Commonwealth, down to the 1987 Constitution. Bakit merong evolution?
Para po makamit ang kalayaan nating mga Pilipino, kailangan nilang mag-alyansa, magrevolusyon laban sa mga kailangan nilang makipaglaban ng kanilang karapatan ng kalayaan para na rin laban sa mga Espanyol na nananakop sa ating bansa.
What I mean is not the revolution, the evolution of constitution. I guess you are pertaining to the revolution. Bakit merong evolution sa constitution? I mean, that's the question.
Dahil nagbabago po ang mga pangangailangan ng tao sa mga nangyayari po sa ating bansa. May mga nagsignal.
Okay, continue lang, wag mahiya. Yes, continue.
Dahil na rin po sa mga samot-saring nananakop sa atin ng mga Espanyol, Hapon, at mga Amerikano. So, maaaring na-impluwensyahan ang ating mga ninuno, ating mga bayani, kaya nag-evolve po yung mga batas o ang constitution na nangyayari sa ating bansa.
Okay, so maybe you're right. Maybe there are needs na hindi na-address with that constitution. That's why merong evolution, like whether to amend or to add on, so something like that. No?
Okay.
Kaya from Malolos, there is a fragment na kulang, parang incomplete yung mga provision, like may mga right na na-deprive. So that's the reason why there is an evolution. And that's right. No, aside from that, the main purpose of this evolution is to give total freedom towards Filipino, like their rights, their democratic actuation in terms of exercising their right, no? Kasi nga nung unang panahon, alam naman natin mga Pilipino naging biktima tayo, and we were deprived by our right by this colonizer. And through this constitution, ito yung naging guide natin to know what is our right, ano bang karapatan natin at anong dapat hindi natin gawin, no? In accordance with the constitution. And Pact of Biak na Bato is one of that. Malolos, Commonwealth, and so on and so forth. Okay, thank you, Jera.
Opo, sir.
Next reporter, kindly inform your classmates sinong sunod na mag-report. Just simply click the link. Next reporter, sinong gusto mag-report, just click the link. We have there the link on the comment section. Okay, Casio, welcome. Hazel Jane Casio.
Jane Cash.
Yes, Casio.
Good afternoon, sir, and also to my fellow classmates. I am Hazel Jane Casio, and now I will discuss to you the 1987 Constitution of Biak na Bato, and my topic is continuation of Hera Baraka.
Okay, go on. Anyone? Wala na yata. Anybody? Sana yung si Kwan. Naku, you have problem with internet connection siguro to. Abubakar, naka-off ang microphone mo, Abubakar.
Sir? Hello, sir?
Abubakar, naka-off ang microphone mo.
Okay, okay.
Sir? No. No, sir.
Okay na siya.
Pwede ba na cam, sir?
Feedback. Kadalawa yung gadget na gamit ko.
Hello.
Pwede din. I-on mo yung cam mo. Ba't naka-off?
No, sir. Di ma-allow, sir ba? Hindi siya ma-allow. Wait lang.
Oh, sige, sige. You can start now. Huwag na lang i-on kung kuan. Save ng date. Sige, sige. Oh, sige, sige. It's okay. Pag hindi ma-allow, continue ka na lang para sa hindi sayang time natin. Just go on na lang. Hmm.
Hello po, sir. Good afternoon po ulit. Sorry po.
Okay ka? Normal ka na?
Yes po, sir. Sorry po.
Mahina ang
Mahina po
signal
kasi
mo
ang
kasi.
signal. Opo. Data lang po kasi, sir. Can I start now po, sir?
O, sige, okay lang. O, sige, go on ka lang. Okay, start na. Baka parang hindi masayang yung data.
Okay. The organs of the government. Good afternoon ulit, everyone. I am Hazel Jean Casio, and my topic is all about the Constitution of the Biak na Bato, and it is continuation of Hera Baraka report. The organs of the government under the Constitution, with the Supreme Council, which was vested with the power of the Republic headed by the President and the four department secretaries, the Interior, Foreign Affairs, Treasury, and War. The Consejo Supremo de Gracia, Supreme Council of Grace and Justice, which was vested, given the authority to make decisions and affirm or disprove sentences rendered by the other courts and to dictate rules for the administration of justice. The third one is Asamblea de Representantes, Assembly of Representatives, which was to be convened after the revolution to create a new constitution and to elect a new government and so here the government under Biak na Bato was composed of three sections. First is the Supreme Council na kataas-taasan sa lahat, headed by the President, which was Emilio Aguinaldo, because during the time the President was Emilio Aguinaldo. The second one is the Supreme Council of Grace and Justice, which was have the authority to make decisions or may kakayahang magpatupad ng mga decision, especially it comes of justice administration. And the last one naman is Assembly of Representatives. At sila they was convened after the revolution of the Biak na Bato to create a new council of government and a new constitution. Next is the constitution of the Biak na Bato was never fully implemented since at first the Pact of the Biak na Bato was signed between the Spanish and the Philippine Revolutionary Army. The pact or agreement of the Biak na Bato Constitution was failed. It's because, according to my research, the Filipino people before and the Spaniards did not trust each other. That's why the pact or the agreement between the two are failed and never fully implemented this constitution, which is the Biak na Bato. Primary source. Preamble of the Biak na Bato Constitution, the separation of the Philippines from the Spanish monarchy and their formation into an independent state which its own government called the Philippine Republic has been the end sought by the revolution in the existing war, begun on 24th of August, 1896, and therefore, in its name and by the power delegated by the Filipino people, interpreting faithfully their desires and ambitions, we, the representatives of the revolution in a meeting of the Biak na Bato, November 1, 1897, unanimously adopted the following articles for the Constitution of the state. So, as summarization of the Biak na Bato, it was said here the separation of the Philippines from the United Spanish monarchy and established its own government na sa pamamagitan ng revolution during that time, napalaya yung Pilipinas from the Spaniards noong August. Sa pamamagitan ng revolusyon noong August 24, 1896. That's all po, sir.
Okay, thank you for reporting Pact of Biak na Bato. Hindi ako mag-question kasi alam ko mahina yung signal mo. Okay?
Sige po.
But you can send the synthesis of your report na lang sa GC natin ha, including the copy of your slideshow or any visual aid na ginawa mo ha, i-send mo na lang sa GC natin. And synthesis, anong meron sa synthesis mo? Ano yung pinakalaman ng yung report? I mean, ano yung pinaka-goal ng constitution na yan ha? Just send it sa GC natin. Huwag na tayo mag-question kasi I am considering your time or your internet connection. Okay, thank you, Casio. Let's give Casio a virtual applause. Next reporter. We still have 20 minutes. Meron pa, pwede pa dalawang reporter. We still have 20 minutes. We could still entertain 2 more reporters before mag-proceed sa 1F. Abubakar, wala kang connection. Medyo mahina yung connection mo, Abubakar. You are not connected.
Hello, sir?
Okay, Abubakar, pwede ka na mag-start.
Okay, sir.
Habang okay pa yung signal mo. Huwag mo na pilitin yung camera mo pag hindi ma-on.
Yes, sir. The Malolos Constitution, 1899. After the signing of the truce, the Filipino revolutionary leaders accepted the payment from Spain and went to
you
exile
are
in Hong Kong.
Bagumbayan, no? Bagumbayan,
Sir.
Abubakar. Right? Bagumbayan, Abubakar.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sige, go.
Upon
Continue.
the defeat of the Spanish to the American in the Battle of Manila Bay on May 1, 1898, the United States Navy transported Aguinaldo back to the Philippines. So matapos na mapirmahan ang kasunduan nila, sir, tinanggap ng mga revolutionaryong leader ng Pilipinas ang bayad ng Espanya, sir. Dahil sa pagkatalo ng mga Espanyol laban sa mga Amerikano, sir, sa kasagsagan ng labanan nung Battle of Manila Bay noong May 1, 1898. The newly reformed Philippines Revolutionary Forces revert to the control of Aguinaldo, and the Philippines Declaration of the Independence Day was issued on June 12, 1898, together with the several decrees that reformed the first Philippines Republic election were held from June 23 to September 10, 1898. For a new national legislature, the Malolos Congress was elected, which selected as commission to draw a draft constitution on September 17, 1898, which was composed of a wealthy and educated men. So, ang bagong reformang revolutionaryo ng Pilipinas, sir, ay binago sa kapangyarihan ni President Aguinaldo at gipahayag niya, sir, ang kalayaan ng Pilipinas noong June 12, 1898, together with several decrees that formed the first Philippines Republic. At ginanap ang eleksyon, sir, noong June 23 to September 10, 1898. At ito'y tinaguriang the first election for a national legislature in the Philippines na binubuo ng mga mayayaman at edukadong mga tao, sir. Then, the document they came up with approved by the Congress on 29 November 1898 and promulgated by Aguinaldo on 21 January 21, 1899 was titled the Political Constitution of 1899 and has written in Spanish Constitution, has 39 articles divided into 14 titles with 8 articles of transitory provision and a final addition article. The document was patterned after the Spanish Constitution of 1812, which influenced from the Charter of Belgium, Mexico, Brazil, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Guatemala and the French Constitution 1793. So ang dokumento na kanilang naisip sir ay inaprubahan ng Kongreso sir noong November 29, 1898 at pinahayag ni President Aguinaldo sir noong January 21, 1899 na pinamagatang The Political Constitution of 1899 at binubuo ito sir ng 39 na mga articles na hinati nila sa 14 titles with 8 articles of transitory provision and final addition article. At ang dokumento na to sir ay inuwaran pagkatapos ng Spanish Constitution noong 1812 sa impluwensya ng mga bansa tulad ng Belgium, Mexico, Brazil, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica, and Guatemala and the French Constitution of 1793. Then, according to the Felipe Calderon, main author of the Constitution, this country were studied because they shared similar social, political, ethnological, and governance condition with the Philippines prior. Constitutional project in the Philippines also influenced the Malolos Constitution, namely the Cartilla and the Sangguniang Hukuman, the Charter of the Laws and Morals of the Katipunan, written by Emilio Jacinto in 1896. The Biak na Bato Constitution of 1898, planned by Isabelo Artacho Mabini. Constitutional Program of the Philippines Republic of 1898, the Provisional Constitution of Mariano Ponce in 1898, that followed the Spanish Constitution and the Autonomy Projects of Paterno in 1898. So according to Felipe Calderon, sir, siya yung author ng Constitution. He said this country were studied because they shared similar social, political, ethnological, and the Philippines prior constitutional project in the Philippines. Also influenced the Malolos Constitution na tinawag na Cartilla and the Sangguniang Hukuman or Batas Moral ng Katipunan na isinulat ni Emilio Jacinto noong 1896. At yung constitutional sa Biak na Bato naman sir ay it was planned by Isabelo Artacho Mabini, Constitutional Program of the Philippines Republic of 1898 at yung the Provisional Constitution of Mariano Ponce in 1898 at sinundan ng Spanish Constitution at then the Autonomy Project of Paterno in 1898. Yan lang sir. Hello? Hello, sir?
Ay, wait. Are you done, ha?
Yes, sir. Hinabisig na, sir. Hello, sir?
Kaya ganyan. So, ito lang mangyayari, Abu Bakar. We will no longer have the Q&A, but send a synthesis of your report and your visual aids sa ating group chat. What is the synthesis? Ano yung pinaka-goal? I mean, pinaka-meat ng yung report? Like, what is, if it is about the Constitution, what is the goal of this Constitution? Ano yung pinaka-milestone ng Constitution na to? Ha? Kumbaga, synthesis or you can also make a short summary. Summary, pero i-short po pa talaga so that ano yung pinaka-juice ng iyong topic talaga. Parang ganun. Did you get, Abu Bakar?
Ito lang sa sir, output.
Did you get my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir.
Just send it in our GC for outputs. Yes. Para yun na yung ating Q&A, ha? Kasi nga, mahirap ang signal. Okay, thank you. So, may mag-report pa ba from your section? Yes. I'll just give the link here. Yung gusto mag-report. We will consider your time talaga. I mean, the internet connection. Kasi medyo yung akin dito, medyo nag-kwan din. Bumper din. Pag wala na mamaya, we'll proceed to 1F na lang. We will resume on Monday. Please reminder ha sa lahat ng students from 1E. So dapat ready tayo. So if time comes, pag wala nang mag-report, so diretso pasok diretso, ha? Para ma-maximize yung time natin. We're running out of time. Malapit na yung ating final exam and marami pang remaining topics. So kailangan natin i-make use yung time natin, no? Pag may mag-report pa, just click the link. We still have 10 minutes. Pwede pa naman to. Pero pag wala na mamaya, so pag wala na mamaya, then we'll proceed na sa other section. On to it. We'll just stop it. Some more reporters, if there are still who would like to report, just click the link. We still have 10 minutes. Pero pag wala na, reporting will resume on Monday. Please prepare lahat para at least when time comes, lahat maka-report. So I guess wala na, okay? Thank you for being here, BS Cream 1E. See you on Monday. Same schedule pa rin tayo. I will now proceed to the next section. Thank you so much, especially to the reporters. Please don't forget to send a copy of your report in our GC, and anyone from your team, Abubakar, ikaw na lang in charge ko sa ating attendance. Abubakar Bagumbayan, kindly send the attendance na lang of your classmates sa ating GC. Alright, so we'll start now. BS Cream 1F. I guess marami naman kayo dito. So yung mga gustong mag-report, just click the link. As what I've said, we don't have to wait for those assigned reporters. What we're gonna do is, those who are prepared, they will be the one to report. Kapag ready ka, if you think you're ready and you have the confidence to report today or this afternoon, just simply click the link. Malapit ang final exam natin and I don't think if I could still accommodate you right after that one. So busy na masyado. So we have to maximize our time. 10 minutes will do. Every reporter, okay na yun. Just proceed to the main part or main topic. To the gist or to the most important part of the lesson assigned to you. Ito ang link natin. Again, click the link. Click the link, reporters. Click the link. Okay, Ana May.
Sir, bali group 1 po ako, sir. Hindi pa ako naka-report nung nakaraan.
Oh, sige, bawi ka. Wala ka report pala.
Okay na, sir. Hindi na mag-start, sir.
Yes. Start na.
Okay. Okay. So, continuation po ito nung topic namin na did Rizal retract. So, Rizal's connection in the Katipunan. Rizal's connection to Katipunan is undeniable. In fact, the precursor of the Katipunan as an organization is the La Liga Filipina, an organization Rizal founded, with Andres Bonifacio as one of its members. But La Liga Filipina was short-lived as the Spaniards exiled Rizal in Dapitan. Few days after Rizal exile, former members decided to band together to establish the Katipunan. So, Jose Rizal never became involved in the organization and activity of Katipunan. But Katipuneros showed great appreciation of his work toward the same goals. Out of 28 members of the leadership of the Katipunan from 1892 to 1896, 13 were former members of La Liga Filipina. In fact, Rizal's name was used as a password among the society's highest-ranking members called Bayani. So in 1996, the Katipuneros decided to inform Rizal of their plans to launch revolution and sent Tio Valenzuela to visit Rizal in Dapitan. Valenzuela's account of meeting with Rizal have been greatly doubted by many scholars. But according to him, Rizal objected to the plans, saying that doing so would be tantamount to suicide since it would be difficult to fight the Spaniards. That advantage of military sources. So sinabi daw po ni Rizal na kung sabi niya kung gagawin daw nila yun, para na din daw po silang nag-suicide kasi sobrang hirap daw po kalabanin ng mga Spaniards na sobrang madaming military resources. So, dagdag pa po sa sabi ni Rizal, he added that the leadership of Katipunan must do everything they could to prevent the spilling of Filipino blood. So Rizal advised Valenzuela that the Katipunan should first secure the support of the wealthy Filipinos to strengthen their cause and suggested that Antonio Luna be recruited to the direct military movement of the revolution. Yan lang po.
Okay, so that's still part of the retraction. Okay. So what you should do
Sir.
na lang, Aradanas, wala ng Q&A ngayon, but you will send the synthesis of your report, like show us a proof. Ano yung out from that report you have, show us a proof if Rizal really retracted, ha? Show us a proof
Sir?
from your readings that Rizal really retracted. Ha, then isend mo sa group chat natin.
Okay po,
Did you
sir.
get mo ang
Okay.
question ko?
Yes po, sir.
Out from the report, ha? Out from the report. And please don't forget to send a copy of the copy of your report para may ikuan sila basahin. Okay?
Okay po.
Okay,
Thank you,
you,
sir.
Aladana. Okay. Next reporter, please click the link. So, mga gustong mag-report. Reporters, wala nang mag-report. 1F. No more reporters from 1F. Nako. We will end this live pag wala nang mag-report. Nako, maghahabot lang kayo nito sa akin ba when I'm busy na. Click the link for the interested reporters. Pag wala, we will stop this.
Good afternoon po, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
So, ang report ko po, sir, is about 1935 Commonwealth Constitution, Group 4.
Okay.
So, ang report ko po, sir, is about 1935 Commonwealth Constitution, Group 4. It is worth mentioning that after the Treaty of Paris, the Philippines was subjected to the power of the United States of America, effectively the new colonizers of the country. It is worth mentioning that after the treaty, on December 10, 1898, the threat or kasunduan sa Paris ay effectively the new colonizers of the country. Was the peace treaty signed by Spain and the United States that ended the Spanish-American War. Was the peace treaty signed by Spain and the United From 1898 to 1901, the Philippines would be placed under a military government until a civil government. On 1935 Commonwealth Constitution, there are two acts that United States Congress made. Until a civil government. The one act is the Philippine Organic Act of 1902, also known as Philippine Bill of War. This act was authored by Henry A. Cooper, kaya tinawag ang act na ito is Cooper Act. The first organic law for the Philippine Assembly. The act specified that legislative power would be vested in a bicameral legislature composed of the Philippine Commission as the upper house and the Philippine Assembly as lower house. Key provisions of the act included a Bill of Rights for Filipinos and the appointment of two non-voting Filipino resident commissioners of the Philippines as representative to the United States House of Representatives. Included a Bill of Rights for Filipinos and bicameral legislative. They are two making a law, but it can't approve easily without the approval of bicameral conference committee. So, what is bicameral conference committee? Bicameral Conference Committee, who created to make the necessary changes before printing out the final and conceded version of the bill. Philippine Commission as the upper house, they are the one who makes the law, the president, the senators, and the other representatives. In the Philippine Assembly as lower house, they are who implementing the laws. As the upper house, they are the one who makes the law, the president, and the second act that functioned as a constitution was the Philippine Autonomy Act of 1916, commonly referred to as John's Law. Batas Pangkalayaan. This act approved on August 29, 1916. It was the first formal and official declaration of the United States commitment to grant independence to the Philippines. The Jones Law was authored by U.S. Congressman William Atkinson Jones, modified the structure of the Philippines government through the removal of the Philippine Commission, replacing it with a Senate that served as the upper house and its members elected by the Filipino voters. The first truly elected national legislature, it was also this act that explicitly declared the purpose of the United States to end their sovereignty over the Philippines and recognize Philippine independence as soon as stable government can be established. Dito sa act na ito, dito ay nagumpisa ang botohan ng senator at binago na ang legislative into a Senate committee. Congress is divided into two chambers. Senate of the Philippines, composed of 24 senators selected at large. House of Representatives composed of not more than 250 members, 20% of which is composed of party list representative. Composed of 24 senators selected at large. House of Representatives composed of not more than 250 members, 20% of which is composed of party list representative.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
So, what we're gonna do is wala na tayong question and answer, pero mag-send ka ng synthesis ng yung report. Kumbaga, in just one paragraph, send it in our group chat what is really the goal of, or what is the provision under the Constitution ko, or kumbaga, ano ba yung naging goal at naiambag ng contribution na yan towards the total independence of the Filipino people. Okay ba? So, diba? So, can you hear it?
Sir, di ko po masyado maintindihan, sir.
Make a synthesis in one paragraph. Nag-echo kasi yung dyan. When state what is the contribution of this constitution towards the total independence of the Philippines. One paragraph. Nag-echo kasi yung dyan. When state what is the contribution of this Okay na Lazado? Ay Elevaso? Narinig mo? Okay na? We cannot hear you. Naka-off yung microphone mo. Your microphone is...
Po ako ng question, sir. Pwede.
Okay na Lazado? Ay Elevaso? Make a synthesis of your report and tell ano yung naitulong ng Constitution na yan towards the independence of the Philippines. Ano yung pinaka-goal ng Constitution na yan? Ano yung mga provision under that Constitution that you think na contribute sa magkamit ng independence or democracy ng ating bansa? That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And don't forget to send also the PowerPoint you made or any readings as to your...
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Elibaso. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Baod?
Good afternoon po, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Group 2 po ako, sir. Ako po yung hindi naka-report nung report po namin.
Okay, continue.
My report is continuation of where did the cry of rebellion happen, and my topics is the different dates and places of the cry. Various account of the cry give different dates and places. A Guardia Civil, Lieutenant Olegario Diaz identified the cry to have happened in Balintawak on August 25, 1896. Si Olegario Diaz identify niya ang cry happened in Balintawak on August 25, 1896. Si Teodoro Calao, a Filipino historian, marked the place to be in Kangkong, Balintawak on the last week of August 1896. Santiago Alvarez, a Katipunero and son of Mariano Alvarez, leader of Magdiwang faction in Cavite, he put the cry in Bahay Toro in Quezon City on August 24, 1896. And Fio Valenzuela, non-Katipunero and private to many events concerning the Katipunan. He stated that the cry happened in Pugad, Lawin on August 23, 1896. And a historian, Gregorio Jaide, identified the crime to be happened in Balintawak on August 26, 1896, while Teodoro Agoncillo put it at Pugad, Lawin on August 23, 1896. According to statement by Pio Valenzuela, research by historian Milagros Guerrero, Emmanuel Encarnacion, and Ramon Villegas, claim that the event took place in Tandang Soras Barn in Gulod, Barangay Banlad, Quezon City on August 24, 1896. Yun lamang po, sir. Hello po, sir.
Are you done?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is send in our group chat. Wala, hindi na ako magtatanong, Miss Baod, because we will
Opo,
consider
sir.
others to report. But instead, in our GC for output, send there where did the retraction happen and try to support with evidence based on your report, ha? You state
Opo,
where
sir.
did or where, not the retraction, I mean the what's it? What's your report all about? It's about the cry of rebellion, right?
Yes, sir.
Where did the cry of rebellion happen, and give us some proof from your report, the readings you have in your report. Okay, nagets mo?
Opo,
O send
sir.
it to our GC for outputs, and along with it is your visual aid or your PowerPoint or any readings from your report is send me as a group chat for the points. Okay?
Opo, sir. Thank you po, sir.
Oh, thank you, thank you. All right. Gabaon.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, good afternoon, sir. So, I will discuss about the attempt to admit or change the 1987 Constitution. The 1987 Constitution provided three methods by which the Constitution can be amended, of requiring ratification by a majority vote in national referendum. These methods were Constituent Assembly, Constitutional Convention, and People Initiative. So using these methods, there were efforts to admit or change the 1987 Constitution, starting the presidency of Fidel B. Ramos, who succeeded Corazon Aquino. The first attempt was in 1995 when then Secretary of National Security Council Jose Almonte drafted a constitution, but it was exposed to the media by the different government organization because they saw through a potential change regarding the protection of the people interest in the constitution. So kaya hindi ito na was never prosper yung gidraft ni Jose Almonte na constitution. So, the second effort happened in 1997 when a group called PERMA, which is the People Initiative for Reform, Modernization, and Action, hope to gather signature from voters to change the constitution through a people initiative. So, this methods is maraming against dito, sir, including Miriam Defensor Santiago, who brought the issue to court and won with the Supreme Court judging the People Initiative cannot post through without enabling law. So nag-state yung Supreme Court na i-dismiss the petition of the ground that the People Initiative modes that not have enough enabling law for the proposed revision or amendment in 1987 Constitution. The succeeding president, Joseph Ejercito Estrada, formed a study commission to investigate the issue surrounding charter change, focusing on the economics and judiciary provision of the Constitution. So,
Pero yung gi-attempt ni Joseph Estrada, sir, is hindi na-attain kasi dahil nagkaroon ng maraming iba't ibang various entities oppose it due apparently to attempt serving the personal interest of the initiator. After President Estrada was replaced by another people power and succeeded by his Vice President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, then House Speaker Jose D. Vinicio through a constituent assembly, which entails a two-third vote of the House to propose amendment or revision to the Constitution. So, this initiative was also not successful since the term of President Arroyo was mere and controversy, including the possibility of Arroyo extending her term as a president, which the Constitution does not allow. So yung nag-decide yung Supreme Court na hindi matutuloy yung gikon nila na constitution. The administration of the succeeding President Benigno Aquino III had no marked interest in a charter change, except those emanating from different members of Congress, including the Speaker of the House, Feliciano Belmonte Jr., who attempt to introduce amendment to the Constitution that concern economic provision that kasi gusto niyang aim toward liberation. Pero ngunit yung effort na yon hindi naging succeed, tapos hindi siya na-attain. Yun lang, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I guess your report is very comprehensive
Sir.
and I have no question. I have no question at all, but please send us a copy of your report na lang ha, sa GC.
Sir?
Wala ka na gawing summary, yes. Thank you so
Tapos
much
na po.
for... Yes, I'm speaking. Can't you hear me?
No, sir.
Oh, why?
Baka yung signal, sir, baka nag-on.
So I have no question. Again, as I said, please listen. I have no question, but rather send a copy of your report to your GC in outputs. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Gabaon, for reporting us this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So we will wait for another one reporter na lang before we'll end this live. Isa na lang, isang reporter na lang. And classes will resume on Monday na lang, same time. Those who are still interested to discuss their topic. So as what I've said, this is random na we'll do random reporting. That means we will not follow the schedule that was given to you. But those who are ready to report, just report. Okay? Simple as that. And we will no longer entertain questions, but rather you're gonna send maybe a synthesis or summary or depende kung ano yung paggawa ko sa inyo right after your report. So just click the link on the comment section if you want to present your report. We still wait for one reporter left. So I guess wala nang reporter. We'll resume the class on Monday. Please ready yung mga gustong mag-report on Monday. Ready. Just, you can do it for 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes will do. And no more question and answer, but rather, you'll be given a task to be sent in your GC. And of course, don't ever forget to send the copy of your topic, your visual aid with your PowerPoint or scanned photos or readings. So thank you so much, BS Cream 1F, for attending our online class for this day. God bless everyone. Keep safe and see you on Monday. Bye-bye.